and I bruised my spinal cord at C3-4, and also at near drowning. I drowned and was brought back to life by CPR. And also, after my accident, I became blind. I had no vision whatsoever.
David has travelled to China with his family, having exhausted all options available in his home country.
I wish, that it wasn't all tied up in politics and legislation, that we'd be able to take advantage of the technology in America that's available here.
China's baby boom provides a priceless opportunity. A gift from one generation to the next of precious life-giving stem cells. The blood found within the umbilical cord has an incredibly high concentration of stem cells. So cord blood is collected after delivery in many hospitals throughout Asia. Because stem cells are harvested from the umbilical cord after the baby has been born, they're considered to be adult cells. Stem cells purified from cord blood appear to be extremely flexible. Just how flexible is surprising even to the scientists. So far, they've been manipulated not just into becoming blood cells, but also bone, liver, heart muscle, and brain cells. One small unit of cord blood contains as many stem cells as a litre of bone marrow. Purified stem cells are stored in cryogenic freezers for future use. One day we may reach into this freezer whenever we want a cure for degenerative disease. After all, cord blood stem cells are already being used in China. Meet Dr. Hu, a medical doctor who trained in Sweden and Canada before returning to China. He has set up a facility to treat patients with cord blood stem cells.
We are focused on stem cell treatment with central nervous system diseases. We have treated about 800 patients in total. We have seen many improvements. When you want to apply the stem cells to human, you have to have very good quality control of the cells. You have to avoid any contamination. But also we add different growth factors to help the stem cell to differentiate to neurons. And many doctors think the stem cell is not safe. If they have the chance to follow the patients that has been treated with stem cells, then they will change their mind.
Asian medicine has always followed a different path from the West. Animal parts are often prescribed, and the regenerative power of blood, tissue, even embryos has been acknowledged in traditional Chinese medicine for millennia. But Chinese medicine is also characterized by its experimental approach. Treatment is improvised through trial and error on the patient, looking for results in the individual rather than following a determined course. This is why some believe that stem cell science has bypassed the clinical trial phase in most of Asia. But for stem cell medicine to be effective in the long run, scientists stress that regulated research and clinical evidence is essential. On the tiny island republic of Singapore, stem cell science is also driving the biotech boom. The government-built Biopolis is home to some of the biggest names in the biomed business. And it's this high-tech hub that's attracting scientists from around the world. Dr. Alan Coleman, the scientist renowned for cloning Dolly the sheep, has relocated to Singapore, where he is now pursuing embryonic stem cell research.
researchers should be pursuing all these options simultaneously, because there are advantages to embryonic stem cells. There are also major advantages to using adult stem cells. One of the great advantages of working with embryonic stem cells essentially is they go on forever.
Embryonic stem cells emerge in the first 7 days of the embryo's development. They have the power to divide and become all the cells of the human body. However, removing the whole of the inner cell mass from an embryo means it no longer has the potential to become a human being. And this is why embryonic stem cell research has become the subject of moral debate.
The issue of whether it's moral to use embryos for the type of research I do, I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable on the basis mainly that we are using spare, if you like, IVF embryos which are destined for destruction. And we feel that the use that we want to put them to is a worthwhile and a defensible use. That's curing illness in humans. I think embryonic stem cells will have their day, but it won't be today. They're lagging behind adult stem cells because less is known about their behaviour.
But even here in Singapore, where there is a liberal approach to both adult and embryonic stem cell research, scientists warn of rushing treatments from the laboratory to human patients.
This is an area where there is scope for doing considerable damage to people, and we're exploiting a biology which we've yet to fully understand, and I think under those circumstances we have to do it in a very careful way.
However, in China, stem cells are already a commercial reality for humans. Adult stem cells at least. Hal Burrows has been receiving an injection of adult stem cells from cord blood every week for the past month.